So my presentation is going to be on the various services that are offered by cloud storage providers. So it's going to be similar to Tommy's, but a little bit different. My short name's up there just in case you didn't know. So the first question that I want to ask is what is cloud storage? Because a lot of people don't really know what it is, like our friend over here. But in reality, it's just when companies store data off-site and in large warehouses with big server rooms. And so some popular cloud storage providers that consumers and everyday people use are iCloud, Google Drive, OneDrive, and Dropbox. So these are very popular with everyday people and also schools that do small projects. However, businesses sometimes need bigger and more industrial solutions such as Amazon Web Services, IBM Cloud, and Box. So sometimes they will also use the Google Drive and OneDrive, but most of the time they'll use these more mainstream business ones. So the first service that a lot of these providers offer is synchronization that provides for more collaboration. So you can use the same documents on mobile devices and computers and work at the same time to collaborate. So this is a screenshot from my Google Drive where you can see I have a bunch of different documents saved. You can also save presentations and spreadsheets, and it kind of puts everything nicely in one place that you can access from a web browser on any device. So the next service that's frequently offered is backing up files. So you can see on the left there is Apple's iCloud backup that is usually automatic if you want it to be automatic, and on the right there's the Google's version of backing up photos. And you could also store, so a lot of companies will store media on the cloud, so Spotify and Hulu will store their music and movies respectively on the cloud, and then users will just access that data whenever they want to. And then Google also has a similar solution. And then some sites also have specific photo sharing. So Google Photos allows users to just upload their pictures to the cloud, and then they can share them with anyone. And so multiple people can look at them at the same time. A lot of people have resorted to online gaming because you can easily start gaming on one computer and then pick up the exact same game on a different computer. You don't have to save it to that computer's hard drive. You can also use different types of platforms for gaming. And I'm sure a lot of you use Google Calendar or Outlook Calendar just to record all your events and meetings that you have. So this information is stored on the cloud by the companies that offer these solutions. And lastly, one of the main uses is disaster recovery. So in case a company ever gets hacked, their on-site data is not really compromised because they have the exact same data backed up to the cloud. So those companies will just return the data for a fee. And then, so the first type of cloud is a personal cloud. So this one is usually meant for a small business or a household, where they'll have the cloud saved on a couple networked hard drives, but it's not super common. The most common one is the public cloud, where people can, anybody can just use these services and access the data on the cloud whenever they want. All the ones I've talked about, most of you have probably heard of. And then some companies will also use private clouds if their data is very sensitive. So governments and financial institutions don't really want to save their data in the same spots where everyday people are saving their data. So they'll reach out to these companies that will save the data on a private cloud just for those companies. And then a hybrid cloud is something that brings the public and the private clouds together. So companies that want to save their data initially on the private cloud and then eventually move them up to the public cloud will save it for put it on a hybrid cloud. And most of the companies use the freemium cost structure. So this means that they have a free version of the product that's pretty cheap and has limited uses, and then they can upgrade and get more storage, but they'll have to pay for that. And the main advantages to cloud storage is that you can connect a lot faster and with a lot more people. And it's usually pretty cheap, especially if you're just going for the free or the basic versions of the products that are offered by the companies. However, there are some disadvantages, such as security, because if everyone's information is stored in one place in the cloud, it could be kind of dangerous if those cloud storage providers ever get hacked because they have a ton of data saved. And there's also some regulations and laws involved with what data you can save. So just to recap, the cloud storage is a very good alternative to just saving data on hard drives. Thank you for listening. Are there any questions?
used to repair servers right there.